This is Cleveland Clown, and you are now listening to That Wrestling Podcast, and it's terrible, terrible, terrible. Into That Wrestling Podcast. It's a Tuesday, it's money, it's Clyde, and we're going to talk a little wrestling, baby. You ready, brother?
Oh, yeah, I'm always ready, baby. Put the eggs in the skillet. That don't even make sense.
Eggs in the skillet and fry them up, but
actually, that does kind of make sense.
Yeah.
How you doing today, brother?
Man, I'm doing pretty good, man. Always a pleasure to be here with you. I'm always doing better when I talk to my best friend, Clyde.
Oh, you sweetheart.
As I'm saying that, I'm outside your door trying to figure out a way to sneak in with a steel chair.
You've been running around on me.
Yeah, man, so before everybody turns the show off, let's go ahead and recap what we're going to cover today. We got the Raw results to hop into. Is Andrade on the move again? The Extreme Rules matches, have they been leaked? What? Viking Experience, the Berserkers, renamed yet again? I don't know what to call these guys anymore, but evidently they've got another new name. There was an injury to one of the tag team champions recently. I don't know if you've heard about that. A lot of news to touch on with that. Also, Ronda Rousey teased retirement recently. We're going to touch on that in segment number 2 with Mr. Ronnie James. And also, me and Mr. Ronnie James are going to touch on WWE's plans for Lars. We're going to play a little bit of random wrestling knowledge with Clyde. Lots of cool ads. Lots of stuff to hop into today. You ready to do this, brother?
I'm ready, brother. Let's do it.
But before we do, why don't you be so kind as to tell the people out there what's going to happen if this podcast, baby, hits 1,000 subscribers?
Well, we're going to get Dave here in a nice Elvis suit, and I'm getting wore out with the guitar, like I said before. No headshots, please.
Oh,
maybe
man.
to the buttocks, you know.
Man.
Maybe the buttocks.
I was thinking the head, dude. No, seriously. Let's hop into this, dude. Speaking of injuries, and I hate to see anybody get injured. Did you hear that over the weekend that Jeff Hardy was evidently injured?
Actually read that right before you called me, man. It's unfortunate. It's the nature of the business sometimes.
Yeah, it is, man. Evidently, Dave Meltzer reported that Jeff Hardy appeared to have suffered some sort of leg injury at Sunday's SmackDown Live event in Rochester, Minnesota. Jeff was in Matt's corner and said to be limping significantly at the show. Matt defeated Jimmy Uso in a solo match there. And then at Monday's live event in Sioux City, Iowa, Matt Hardy actually teamed with R-Truth to defeat Anderson and Gallows. So, yeah, hopefully...
Maybe that'll be his partner moving forward.
Well, hopefully, Jeff's not out for too long, brother, because, we've been talking about this for the past several weeks, man. I'm just so happy to see the Hardys kind of back in this picture, man. And, I still think they got the juice to go, brother, and I wanted to see them have a nice little run here.
Yeah, I can agree with that for sure, brother.
Yeah, you're so agreeable, man. I wish you would just disagree with me. Like, damn it, I'm gonna vehemently disagree with you, and I want to just tell you this, dude. And I just wish you would just start like screaming and yelling stuff like this at me.
You suck. You suck.
Just over and over again.
Let me tell you something.
It's not gonna happen, though, is it, brother? It's not gonna happen, is it? Yeah. So let's hop into this real quick, dude. Evidently, the Viking Experience has been rebranded yet again, brother. Did you hear about that?
Well, let me tell you about those son of a... yeah, I did hear about that. It's wild, man. I believe the Viking Experience is a ride at a theme park. I think that probably had something to do with the name change.
Yeah, I think you called that last week. I think you said, I think that's a ride. I don't think they're going to be able to keep that name, brother. And sure enough, they come out the following week, and you got it right, brother. So, do you know what their new names are?
That is the Viking Experience.
No, do you know what they're changed to now? They changed them again.
Oh, Viking Raiders. You take 2 NFL teams and throw them together.
That's right, dude. That's right. Yeah, the Viking Experience, formerly known as the War Raiders, seem to have been rebranded yet again in the articles on WWE.com, and they began referring to them as the Viking Raiders yesterday afternoon. And we've got a link to all that up on our site at thatwrestlingpodcast.com. Feel free to check that out. And sorry about the update beep there, folks. Yeah, and yeah, man, so they was evidently going to call them the Berserkers at one time, too, man. These guys got so many damn names, it's not even funny, brother.
Yeah, I'm lost already with these gentlemen.
Yeah, it's like Razor Ramon. Do you call him Razor? Do you call him Razor Ramon? Do you call him Chico? You call him the bad guy? Do you call him Scott Hall? Damn it, I don't know what you want me to call you, brother. It's like,
El Jefe.
yeah, man. So, yeah, we got a lot more to hop into today, dude. We got a lot more to get into today. We're going to have a special guest join us in segment number 2. We're going to talk about another superstar that's on the move again here in just a moment, though. One, Mr. Andrade Cien Almas is evidently on his way back to SmackDown tonight. Did you hear about that, brother?
Oh yeah. I bet he is. You know who's behind that, don't you?
Wouldn't be a Flair, would it?
Woo! I believe so. I believe Charlotte had something to do with that, and good for her. If that's her man, I wish him the best. And if they got a serious relationship like that and they can be together, kudos to them.
Well, evidently they're engaged, I believe, is what I was reading the other day. So it must be pretty serious.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so here it is. Both PW Insider and Pro Wrestling Sheet are saying the company has changed its mind on one of the first acts introduced as new Raw superstars on last week's show. It says WWE is keeping Andrade and his business associate Zelina Vega on SmackDown. Insider hints the move may be due to how impressed the powers that be were with the Mexican wrestler's match with Finn Balor from last Monday. It says the two can now feud out over the Intercontinental title on the blue brand. You think that's the real reason why?
I think Charlotte had a little bit to do with it. And I tell you, with Andrade, I think he definitely fits SmackDown better. He's a wrestler's wrestler, man, You're not going to get these amazing promos out of the guy, but you're going to get 5-star matches out of him.
Yeah, every time, man. Like, he just didn't get a lot of face time there, man. And one of the better matches I've seen the last couple of years, I think it was on NXT, and forgive me, it's escaping me. I know it was with Andrade. It may have been like Andrade and Gargano or something like that, man. But it was phenomenal, dude. And Andrade can go, man. If they just give this guy a little bit more time, I think he could even be a champion.
Yeah, he's a 5-star talent. And I actually prefer him on SmackDown, so I'm okay with that. Brother.
I'm excited about seeing guys like Andrade and Buddy Murphy, more on television in the coming months.
Yeah, Murphy's another one, man. He's that same kind of out of that same cloth. You're gonna get 5-star matches. His promos are decent too, a little underrated actually.
Yeah, good work all around, brother. And yeah, so speaking of good work, brother, you've worked well all around on this segment. And we're going to hop out and take a real quick commercial break, but we're going to be back with Ronnie James, and then me and you will be back to finish up the show. We'll play a little random wrestling knowledge with Clyde, and also we will touch on some of these Extreme Rules matches that's been leaked. We got a little bit of a spoiler alert for you guys, and we're going to review Raw from last night, brother. So do you want to go ahead and hop off, and then we'll be back to close the show, brother?
Sounds good, baby.
Yeah, all right, folks. We'll be right back after these quick commercial messages.
She's under me and I'm not stopping. 'Cause Scotty doesn't know, Scotty doesn't know, Scotty doesn't know.
The following is a paid advertisement for Squirrel Treatment Centers of America. That Wrestling Podcast is not responsible for any products in this ad.
Do you suffer from ACE, also known as atypical constant ejaculation? Well, you are not alone. And now, thanks to the Scrotal Treatment Center of America's patented new Semenese technology, you can get your problem taken care of. It's a series of 3 invasive laser-guided injections that'll have you up and running in no time. That's the Scrotal Treatment Centers of America. Not only am I a spokesman, but I'm a client.
Yeah! Back after a good old ad, segment number 2. And who is nice enough to join us, Mr. Ronnie James. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, money? What's going on today, baby?
Man, not much, dude. Just hanging out here on a Tuesday in Louisville, Kentucky. And I thought, what better man to have on to talk a little Lars Sullivan today, brother?
Hey, hey, I'm ready when you are.
I know we started to touch on it last time, man, and yeah, I was wanting to hop into this, man. So evidently, like the WWE, I don't know if they're necessarily booking him like this, but, Lesnar's kind of stepped aside seemingly, at least for a little while here, and they kind of need another monster to step in, and it seems like they're putting Lars Sullivan in that role. And what's your thoughts on that, brother?
Oh, man. Hey, money, listen, you're a big fan of his. I am not, okay? I have seen this many, many times over my lifetime. It's happened many times over the last 10 years, 15 years. You got to think. Lars Sullivan, he just reminds me of the same storyline when they brought in, I believe his name was Vladimir Kozlov. the big bad monster, Ryback, the big bad monster, Rusev, the big bad monster. Now Lars Sullivan, same thing. He comes in, they try to build him up to make him a big time monster. Listen to me, mark my words, like Al Ruddick says. 6 months from now, he's probably a jobber.
All right, yeah, look, I'm not going to disagree with your take, dude. Like, I see where you're coming from. You know, I know they've built lots of monsters in the past, but I'm just saying they need monsters on the roster, brother. And I really like Lars. I think he fills the role well for now.
They got Braun Strowman.
They
That's
do.
all the monster they need.
Man, I wish I could say that with you there, brother, because I love Braun. It just seems like they've just enjoyed just giving him this 50-50 booking. I just like seeing a true monster on the roster, and evidently it seems like they're giving Lars kind of like this Randy Orton's old legend killer gimmick, you know, because what did he do? He took out Kurt Angle. He took care of the Hardy Boys by himself. He beat up Rey Mysterio, and then he dismantled R-Truth. And, you know, I guess they're trying to kind of build him as this monster, brother, and like you said, and it's been done in the past, but it needs to be done. They need a big, strong guy on the roster, man.
The man does not have the charisma. The man does not have the personality. The man does not have the look, money. I'm telling you, this guy is so overrated. It's sickening. It puts a funny feeling in my stomach. It makes it sour. I mean, he just goes out there with his little tiny red shorts and his chest hairs, and it's just, he's not a monster, man. He's not a monster.
So you're not a fan of the shorts, dude? I really think Clyde was telling me how much he really was digging those shorts he was wearing.
No, listen. Them are shorter than the Isaiah Thomases from the 80s, bro. I do not like Lars Sullivan's
I guess
red trunk.
the way that Lars makes you feel, I guess, is kind of how the Iconics makes me feel a lot of times, too, man. They come out, I'm just like irked. I'm just like, oh, my God, here they come. Like, you know what I mean, really? So I guess
the Iconics make me feel great because, you know, I told you that they was going to win them tag team titles, and they did. So I love the Iconics.
Yeah, you did call that one, bro. But the Kofi thing so far is still kind of yet to develop. You know, he hasn't yet lost that belt as quickly as you thought he was going to.
Yeah, I admit, I'm 1 for 2 so far. 50% predicting the future is not bad, brother.
Not bad at all, man. What's tomorrow's lottery numbers?
Listen, the pick 3 in Louisville, Kentucky is going to be 187.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna write that down, brother. I'm gonna write that down. We're gonna check that out too. Yeah, man, did you hear this other little bit of news now that we've had our back and forth about Lars, brother? We could go on all day about it. And I will say this real quick before we hop into the other bit of news. If they could swap places, if they could make Braun be what they're doing with Lars, I would take it in a heartbeat, brother, because I just love seeing a big, strong monster on the roster. And, you know, if it's got to be Lars, then it's got to be Lars. But I would much rather it be Braun also, brother.
Well, I'm just saying, man, Lars has there's nothing there. There's no, except for him being, yes, he's a beast, okay? Yes, he can slam the shit out of people, but there's no charisma, there's no star quality in him, man. In his character, I don't see nothing at all in him.
I got you, brother. He don't have the it factor. He's not got 1 ounce of Macho Man's charisma.
That's
brother.
what I was looking for. He does not have the it factor. Period.
Yeah, so speaking of the it factor, someone who really did love her or hate her was Ronda Rousey. You know, like she was polarizing whether you loved her or hate her. And she was like teasing yesterday in this video that she dropped. I don't know if you had a chance to see it, Ronnie, brother, but she was almost teasing like retirement. She said she didn't know after she had this baby that her and Travis are trying to have a baby, and if they have it, then there's a chance that she might not even come back, she said. And you know, what do you think about that?
Listen, I've seen that video. I've seen a lot of the different videos that teases that. Listen, it's all a part of her. She's in character now, like full time. Ronda Rousey is being a WWE superstar about full time in front of cameras and everything. It's all a role, man. That lady, when she went heel, I liked her better. I thought she became even a greater superstar when she became a heel. It's just all part of the game. She will be back, and she will be a heel, and she will destroy everybody when she comes back. It's just all a tease. It's just to get people talking. It gets all the social media talking. She's just doing her job, brother, and that's what she's doing, is wants everybody to talk about her.
Yeah, well said, dude, and I'm going to agree with you here, and I'm hoping that's what's right, man, because I think Rousey's good for the WWE, and when she first came into the organization, I wasn't really sold on her, I'm not going to lie, but she's grown on me, dude, and, I think she's good for them, and they're good for her. And hopefully after she has that baby, man, she'll be back, you know?
Did you personally like her like myself? Did you like her when she went heel? I thought she was a hell of a lot better.
I did. Yeah, I actually did, man. I liked her better as a heel because it just seemed like that's really what she thinks anyway, you know. And like when you're speaking something that's really on your mind, you know, I'm sure she really does feel like, you know, it's kind of bogus compared to what she's done in the past. You know what I mean?
See, Money, we agree on more things than you think, man.
No, we agree on a lot, brother. You know, I just like seeing big monsters out there tearing shit up on Raw, man. It's just something I love to see, brother.
We're not going to get back on that subject.
Yeah, man. So, do you got anything you want to close with today, man? Any thoughts you want to share with us today before we hop off, Ronnie?
Hey, I want everybody to get on Facebook. I want them to join WWF LJN Maniacs. We got a guy on there, a new superstar by the name of the California Kid. He's an up-and-comer, and he's going to be a superstar. Repeat, the California Kid on WWF LJN Maniacs on Facebook.
Okay, well said, brother. Yeah, if you guys are out there listening, please check that group out. Lots of madness going on there. Like I said, they got everything but the damn ring, and it's really entertaining. So if you guys are listening out there, give the LJ Maniacs a check, a peep out there on Facebook. And yeah, having said that, dude, we're gonna hop off for a quick commercial break. But Ronnie, thank you so much for taking time to join us today. And since you didn't say this, I'll close with this for you today, brother.
Clyde, I hate your guts.
And I'm not stopping. 'Cause Scotty doesn't know, Scotty doesn't know, Scotty doesn't know, Scotty doesn't know, so don't tell Scotty.
Hello, I'm Richard, but you can call me Dick. And I'm gonna talk about something today that not a lot of men really like to talk about. But sometimes after a long day in the saddle, I get a little itching in my nether region. And that's why I got with my friend Peter here and created a wonderful product. You tell him about it, Peter.
Well, my name's Peter. I'll tell you, you got an itch and you giddy up. There ain't nothing better for that itch than Texas ball cream.
That's right, it's Texas Ball Cream. You can pick us up at all your local retailers. Just ask the pharmacist for Texas Ball Cream.
Yeah, welcome back. What a segment. What a guest. Man, what a show it's been today, brother. Now we're back to close it out with Clyde. How you doing, brother?
Pretty good, man. Sitting over here thinking about life's great mysteries.
Yeah, you're always pondering the mysteries, dude. And you know what I've been thinking about today, actually? And we're gonna close the show out with a little bit of Raw talk and also a few Extreme Rules spoilers possibly have been leaked. But before we hop into that, I want to play your favorite segment of the day, my favorite segment of the day. You ready to do this, brother?
Santa Maria.
Random Wrestling Knowledge with Clyde.
Are you ready, brother?
Let's do it.
Audience, feel free to play along at home. Every day we ask Clyde 3 random wrestling-related questions, and they're literally coming from out of nowhere. So without further ado, you ready to hop into it, brother?
Yes, sir.
Okay, here we go. Question number one. Okay. In the 2018 Royal Rumble, who eliminated Andrade Cien Almas?
Let's see. Oh, that's a tough one there. I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley. Final answer.
Mr. Producer Man, show me Bobby Lashley. Final answer. I know it's kind of a tough one too, dude, but
Santa Maria.
that's a tough one, dude. I'll give it to you. And you know, like I was just getting tired of asking you every week, you know, what is somebody's real name or how old is Randy Orton? And speaking of Randy Orton, that's the answer actually.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, Randy Orton actually eliminated Andrade in the 2018 Royal Rumble. And here's a cool little note, actually. Andrade actually eliminated Kofi Kingston in the 2018 Royal Rumble.
That's sacrilege.
Right? Okay, here we go. Question 2, brother. Question 2. Here we go. Who was the Riot Squad's main event or main roster debut against? Like on the WWE main roster, who was their match against?
I'm going to say their main roster.
It was a three-way match.
I'm going to say the Bella Twins and Alicia Fox. Final answer.
Mr. Producer Man, show me the Bella Twins and Alicia Fox. Oh, these aren't easy today, brother. I'm not taking it easy on you. Yeah, it was actually, here we go. It was a three-way match against Charlotte, Natalya, and Naomi on November 28th, 2017.
Good Lord, I bet that was a good match, man. You got me wanting to look that one up now.
You know who won the match?
I'm gonna guess the Riot Squad. I would think.
Yeah, the Riot Squad actually, went over against Charlotte, Natalya, and Naomi. Yeah. And I guess
Go Sarah Logan. Go Sarah Logan.
the trio of the Riot Squad is no more, I guess, brothers. So it's notable. Heck, I guess that's really to you. I would bet that's more noteworthy than the Shield like not being together anymore.
It really is. I'm that kind of guy, man. I really enjoy those three together, but I think the best team would be Ruby and Sarah. They got a lot more time in the wrestling business, a lot more skill right now, I think.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and hop into question 3. Speaking of skill, I want to see if you got the skill to even get one right today. This one's a little easier. All right, brother? All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, what was the first title? Question number 3. What was the first title that Randy Orton won in the WWE?
First title, let's see. I'm going to say the Intercontinental Championship. Final answer.
Mr. Producer Man, show me the Intercontinental Championship. Final answer.
Yes, finally.
Finally beat that level on Mario, man. That was a tough one.
It's about time, man. There's some good questions today, brother.
Thanks, man. I worked hard on those, dude. It took about 14 hours to prepare that.
Good Lord.
Yeah. Oh, I can't read. That's the problem. It takes me a little while.
Total fabrication.
That's right. Hey, so he won the Intercontinental Championship as a member of Evolution, brother. Well said there.
Yeah, I'm glad I got one, man. I was a little concerned there.
Yeah, you got you one, man. Even the sun shines on your ass every once in a while, brother.
Yeah, gotta get one W in a series, man.
Yeah. So before we review the Raw results from last night, I want to talk about this real quick. Did you see on the and you know how like if there's an event coming up, let's just say like you can go to like WWE.com. And then it'll like direct you to where to get the tickets for the upcoming event. Like for example, the Extreme Rules event is far enough out now to where they have tickets for sale. The Wells Fargo Center recently started advertising ticket sales for WWE's Extreme Rules pay-per-view on July 14th. And with the news came a teaser of a few matches, buddy. And did you see that?
I heard a little rumbling about it.
Yeah, so this is after, I guess coming up here at Money in the Bank, I guess, are we going to have an AJ and Seth Rollins match? Is that right?
Yeah, it looks like it. That could be still the whole show right there.
Or is that match going to be next week? Do you know?
I'm not 100% sure about that one, brother.
All right, now we look like a damn fool. No, I'm just joking with you. Either way it goes, here's because we'll go over the Raw results here in a few minutes, brother, actually. But what I was wanting to talk, and I've got that in my notes probably somewhere, but what I was wanting to talk about here was so evidently this is after Money in the Bank, though, so it'll be on July 14th. And, here comes spoiler alert, but we've got Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton is advertised for this Extreme Rules pay-per-view, and so is a Universal Championship match between Seth Rollins and Baron Corbin, and also they're advertising AJ Styles versus Drew McIntyre. And we've got that all up on thatwrestlingpodcast.com. You can check out the full recap there, and also we've got a link to where you can purchase tickets yourself, brother. And what do you think about those teasers?
Lord, I really hope Baron Corbin don't win the championship, man. I don't know what I'll do with myself.
We was just joking yesterday about them giving Corbin the title.
Yeah. I mean, he is a good villain. He's doing his job. Almost everybody that I know, besides I think you and Marlena, are not really fans of him.
Who said I was a fan of Baron Corbin?
I thought she was. Maybe that was somebody else. Maybe Marlena's the lone fan.
Baron Corbin. Yeah. No, I'm not. I don't necessarily dislike the guy. And I'll be honest, actually, I like Baron Corbin better now than I did back when he was doing all that. Was it like the, with the long hair and the leather pants and all that stuff? I like this Baron Corbin a little better now, but not a fan. Not a fan, though. And if they give him the belt, they talk about getting some damn heat, man. Like the building might shatter and crack and fall down because of the amount of booze it generates.
Yeah, I could see that, especially if Triple H was to help him.
Yeah, so that'd
be over the top right there.
Oh man, I would almost think it would be something like that would happen. And if it does happen, that is. So so did you get a chance to check out Raw last night, brother?
Yeah, it was a good show.
Speaking of Triple H, Triple H actually kicked off Monday's show and wasted no time introducing Seth Rollins, man. And did you see him come out at the beginning there?
Yeah, man, what an ovation he got in his home state there of Iowa. I guess it might have been his home city also.
Yeah, they love him some Seth Rollins there, brother. And so what happened after Rollins came out? Didn't they announce some kind of there was like going to be a pair of three-way matches? Is that right?
Yeah, they had the two different triple threat matches with the winners facing off at the end of the night.
And the first match was AJ Styles versus Rey Mysterio versus Samoa Joe. And what did you think about that match?
I loved that match, man. It was really good wrestling. They were all over the place. Everybody got their moves in. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, and especially since we got to see, I guess, Joe back on Raw, even though he's been on Raw before, but he'd kind of been on SmackDown since this last shakeup, and that was that Joe's Raw debut again?
Yeah, I felt like it was, man. I wish they would. I feel like he deserves some more wins, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to win any match where AJ Styles is involved in it anytime soon, brother, and I don't blame the WWE for not letting him because AJ's the biggest star on the roster, brother.
Yeah. I'll have to disagree with that, bro.
AJ and Kofi, maybe. But, yeah, they're both up there right now. All right, brother. Here we go. Then after that, we had Naomi versus Billie Kay. And what did you think about this match?
I enjoyed it. It was really short. I wasn't surprised that Naomi got the win there because no tag team match, no belts, nothing there. And Naomi could use a little bit of a push, man. It feels like she's getting lost in the shuffle a little bit.
It does, brother. And just was it maybe about 24 months ago? Naomi was the champion and kind of one of the faces of the women's division. And I know that you can't hold the title forever, and they've got to pass that belt around and build multiple superstars. But this chick is so phenomenal, man. So supremely athletic. Has all the tools, and she's charismatic, great on the mic. I mean, man, look at her entrance. It's stupendous, brother. I mean, let's see a little more Naomi on television. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, a real sweetheart outside the ring. She does a lot of good things.
And she just seems like she's perfect almost, dude. Like, what? I haven't ever heard of anything bad about Naomi, and outside the ring and inside the ring, man. Like I said, 5-tool performer, dude. And yeah, brother.
Yeah, just hopefully they'll give her a little push, man. I know everybody can't win all the time.
Okay, so speaking of a little push, I'm going to need a little push from you on this next match, dude, because our energy is dropping. I can sense it. I feel it in the air, brother. Like, are you hungry? Why wait? Do you need a Snickers, brother? Here we go. There's a little plug for you.
I'm waiting on my biscuits and gravy, brother.
Oh, man, get the biscuits, buddy. Yeah, so evidently the next match was The Miz versus Drew McIntyre versus Baron Corbin and in the second triple threat match. And what did you think about that one?
Man, I didn't really enjoy it. I'm just not a fan of anything Baron Corbin does. And that's just the way it is there. And when he won the match, it was even worse. I wanted to basically put my head through a wall.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, man, like you said, dude, I'll second that. I don't even want to get into it too much other than saying it'd been kind of cool to see The Miz win. It would have been cool to see Miz and AJ square off.
Yeah, I was actually pulling for The Miz. I was like, be a lot more entertaining, but I see what they're doing with Baron, man. He's supposed to be the heel, and so he's doing his job.
Just speaking of entertaining, man, this next segment I found extremely entertaining when Sami Zayn came out and just cut another one of his monster promos, buddy.
Butter. Are you hungry, buddy?
When I was getting butter your biscuits, baby. Man, we was doing so good too today, dude. We got to drop the ball at least once a show, though. It's okay, brother. So yeah, so what did you
do it at least 3 or 4 times?
Well, why not? So what did you think about this Sammy promo?
I like it, man. I like that Sammy's getting a chance to show his promos. Have always been really good, and I want to see him back in the ring soon, though. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully he's healthy enough to get out there. I guess, maybe he's just kind of at the end of his recovery process now, and he just needed a few more weeks. So they're just kind of going ahead and reintroducing him, back to the WWE universe as this new heel Sammy. And I'm liking it, dude. What did he say? He said he's going to hold the WWE universe accountable before telling the people of Des Moines, Iowa to take a field trip to hell. Is that what he told them?
Everybody, he said, y'all can all go to hell. There's nothing like a good haluva kick in the morning, brother.
That's
can do
right.
it to your family, animals, children. That's a total joke.
Nothing like that in the morning, brother. Yeah, so after that, dude, we had what I thought was kind of a cool match, actually, between Cedric Alexander and Cesaro, man. And this is two guys that can really go. And what did you think about this match?
I loved it, man. I was actually a little surprised that Cesaro won. I thought he was going to lose the match. And amazing match. I would actually like to see a series, maybe a best of 7. I know they probably won't do it, but I think those two could get better and better and better every time.
Yeah, well said, brother. I thought, I'm glad to see Alexander kind of on the main roster now, too, dude. And talk about a guy who deserves it, man. This guy's been around, he's done it all, and hopefully now they can kind of introduce him to the rest of the universe, brother.
Yeah. He's another one that hitched the wagon too, man. He's a unbelievable superstar.
So after that, the Lucha House Party took on the Berserkers. I'm sorry, I mean the Viking Experience. No, sorry, here it is right here, actually. That's
Minnesota Vikings.
the Viking Raiders. The Lucha House Party took on the Viking Raiders, brother. And what did you think about that match, dude? I love seeing matches like this.
Yeah, it was a little violent, man. It bordered on some serious abuse going on.
I don't know why, dude, but I feel like that's part of wrestling, dude. Like, you got to have a match like that every week, especially on a 3-hour show like Raw. There has to be at least one match where somebody just gets their ass handed to them like that, brother. Kind of get the crowd like, oh my God, look at the power and the veracity of these gentlemen. You know what I mean? It's just like,
yeah. I mean, it was violent, man.
look at the visceral strength of these men.
I had to look like a carnage. I had to look away.
Like, that's part of wrestling, dude. That needs to happen, brother. So yeah, I'm liking these guys.
I just want to know if my kids are safe around these guys.
Right, exactly, dude, exactly. I just wish they would settle on a damn name. That's all, brother.
Yeah, something, man.
Yeah, a couple of badass gentlemen there. Love seeing them out there. So after that, dude, we had a cool little segment between Becky Lynch and Alicia Fox. And I'll say this about Alicia Fox, man. She is one of the most charismatic people on the mic, man. Her ring work's a little sloppy sometimes, but I love Alicia Fox, man. There's just something about her, brother. And what did you think about that?
Yeah, I enjoyed it, and I was glad to see Alicia in a match because she's a vet, man. It's either maybe her or Natalia or Tamina. These girls have been around over a decade easily. So it was nice to see her out there chopping it up with who, in my opinion, is the most popular wrestler right now, Becky Lynch.
Becky Lynch. Yeah, it was pretty good to see, brother. And speaking of something that's been around for over a decade, Bobby Roode came out with like what looked like a 10-year-old mustache. I don't know where he grew that thing at overnight, brother. Bobby Roode definitely taking on more of the Rick Rude look, going by Robert Roode now here. What's up with this dude and the mustache and everything, brother? And what did you think about the match between him and Ricochet?
Well, I looked on TV and I seen that mustache and I thought it was on something that I shouldn't even be watching. I mean, good Lord, I don't even know what to say about it, brother. What do you think? I don't even want to say.
I think he looks like a young Tom Selleck.
Yeah, Tom Selleck. There's some good pictures of him and Rick Rude side when Rude was in WCW when he had shorter hair. I mean, he's almost a dead ringer for him.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Yeah, so I thought it was pretty cool. I like the rebrand. I'm a big Bobby Roode fan, and or Robert Roode fan. Sorry, let me rephrase that. I've always liked Robert Roode, dude, and I've always liked Ricochet here. So the hometown kid here, Ricochet, who we always pull for, brother. And it was a pretty cool little match. Although I was kind of surprised to see Roode go over in this one.
Yeah, I mean, that's a strong mustache. That's the kind of mustache you could loan money to, brother.
That's right, brother. That's right, brother. That's the kind of mustache that could pull your truck out of a ditch right there, brother.
I like your mustache. I let her watch my kids.
That's right, man. I like your mustache. Hell yeah, I'll loan $100. You know?
He should be a part of the Mustache Mountain. He could be the leader, brother.
All right, let's quit rambling on for the last 3 listeners. Turn the show off because speaking of like weird, odd shit, man. This next segment, dude. Like, what do you think about this new Bray Wyatt, brother? I will say the guy looks like he's in phenomenal shape.
Lord.
The Firefly Funhouse, brother.
You gonna have me crying, man. I don't know what to think. I'm concerned. Bray Wyatt is one of my favorites, and after I watched that, I was thinking, this is time I'm never going to get back in my life. You know?
Wow. Man, I thought you was a huge Bray Wyatt fan, dude.
Oh, man, I love him, but I don't understand, man. I hope there's a twist, and I feel like there will be a twist to this.
Here's what I want to know. Here's what twist I want to know. What 2 freaking children's shows they twisted together to make it? I'm leaning Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood and Blue's Clues. I feel like someone just binge watched both those damn shows and thought Bray Wyatt's got a new gimmick. Damn it! Like,
yeah. I mean, I heard Vince doesn't sleep a lot. I mean, that is showing that he don't.
Yeah, that is like some hallucinating, like seeing shit type of like gimmick. But you know what?
I'm really concerned with with that.
I will say this. I'm going to go ahead and withhold judgment for another few weeks, because I will say if anybody can pull off some weird-ass crazy character, it's Bray Wyatt. So let's give it a few weeks, brother. But I'm going to – right now I'm going to –
let it play out.
Let's let it play out. But right now, yeah, I'm on the fence for damn sure, brother. Let's see what happens. All right, so
Bray, run, Bray.
let's move on to here. I guess this is what closed the show out right here, brother, and what was a phenomenal match. AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin. Winner goes on to face let's see here. The winner is crowned the number one contender to the Universal Championship.
Good Lord.
So what did you think, brother?
Oh, man. I was almost would have bet the house on it that AJ was gonna pull that off. So I was a little surprised, but it does make sense. Heel versus babyface at the next event. I just really hope Baron don't win that title, man.
Well, I think what they're heading for is this, and this, I'm just guessing here, but I guess they're heading for a Money in the Bank matchup with AJ and Seth, maybe, and then they're also heading for Seth to retain, and then Baron Corbin to face off at Extreme Rules with Seth Rollins, later on again. So that's just what it's looking like right now. Who knows? I guess their plans are always subject to change, and this could all just be misdirection. But that's just kind of what it's looking like.
Yeah, it's a scary time. Bray Wyatt, I'm just lost on that.
Yeah, speaking of being lost, man, we've been lost about half the damn show today, brother. So do you want to go ahead and be nice enough to put a bow on today's episode?
Yes, sir. For everybody out there that listen to us, we appreciate it. Hit the like button, and even better, hit the subscribe button. Tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell anybody, tell a wrestler. And if you didn't like us, let us know that. Also, hit us with the King Kong Bundy splash for the 5 count, and we will be sharing this on our Facebook affiliate pages. Let's see, we got the Bliss Army, Becky Lynch Mob, the Hitman Hart Fan Club, the Kofi Kingston Club, special shout out there, that's been blowing up. I Heart Pro Wrestling, Carlito's Caribbean Cool Fan Club, Wrestling is Our Passion, Wrestling Unleashed, All Access Indie Wrestling, WWF LJN Maniacs, All Elite Wrestling, let's get rowdy with it, WWE Retro Figure Fan Club, Wicked Thoughts, and Music for Thought.
Well said, brother. I know you don't do a damn bit of preparation every day, but you have that list ready. And for you having that list ready, brother, you've just made my list. So thank you very much. And, you got anything to say to Ronnie for coming on today? Thank you so much for joining us today, Mr. Ronnie James. It was good arguing with you about Lars, brother.
Yeah, what an honor. Anytime we have a guest, man, we really do this as a shoot. We appreciate it for anybody to take time out of their day. And he's one of my favorite maniacs, brother, so...
Well said, brother. Well said. Yeah. So you guys, if you like us out there, check us out you can check us out on the web at thatwrestlingpodcast.com. And if you like us, put us over. Give us a thumbs up. Give us a subscribe. If you don't like us, let us know. We'll do a job for you on your show. That's the way we roll right here on That Wrestling Podcast. And we'll catch you guys on the next one.
Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Put him in the ring, you lose him in the ring.
And you can't teach that.
Hey, this is the champ, Cocky Balboa. Come on down and see us at Cocky Balboa and the Honky Tonk Boys House of Salvage. We've got everything. We've got something to put a little lead in your pencil and something to put a little fire in her oven. We've got children's toys, baby clothes, Easter baskets, lawn furniture, tools. You tell them, Honk.
We got broken guitars, we got working guitars. We got illegal animals and fake IDs, baby.
That's right, baby. You come on down and see us. That's the Cocky Balboa and the Honky Tonk Boys House of Salvage, baby, at the corner of 4th and Cedar in Brooklyn.